What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Brian with Mendez Mobile Detailing, you guys. In this video, we're going to talk about the air compressor and how you can easily set this up for your mobile van or even your car if you want to buy a smaller size compressor to be able to use the most famous tool that we're all known to use, the tornado. Now, you guys can see this thing has been through some rough times with, the mobile van and stuff like that because we use that tool very much. So stay tuned throughout the video. I'm gonna teach you guys how to set it up, how to buy it, and where to buy it and stuff like that, and how you can find an affordable hose and an affordable reel to make sure that your setup is efficient and you're able to use the tornado blowout gun. So let's get started to the video. Let's get started with the video. So here's a look at the inside of my van. Excuse the mess, you guys. This is a detail work van. We do use this a lot, and even though we're detailers, we kind of don't even have time sometimes to even clean and keep our workspace as clean as possible. So I might even have to go ahead and do that here, but for the sake of the video, we'll just ignore the mess, right? So right here we have a Fortress air compressor, which I bought at Harbor Freight. And ideally you want to get a big size tank. As you guys can see, this one is 4 gallon right there. And for the space we have and the amount of room that we have to work with, this is perfect because 4 gallon is more than enough pressure to be able to fill it up and use the gun, right? So simply to say, keep the thing short, 4 gallons is this big tank right here, and this thing is gonna fill up. So the bigger the tank, the more that the air can fill up, right? So if you have a 4 gallon like this one, it'll fill up to 4 gallons, and once you start using it, it'll start releasing air and start releasing pressure while you're using your tornado blowout gun, and then it'll refill as you are using it or as you sit it down and stuff like that. So just to keep it very simple, so we have a 4 gallon, like I said, you guys. It has 200 psi, which is perfect, right? We don't need nothing crazy, right? So this is what we have right here. Now, I bought that air compressor at Harbor Freight, and I believe the price was less than $300, you guys, and that's not too bad for that size of tank, and also for the amount of value and the amount of work that is going to put in for you and your business, right, as a detailer. So I highly recommend you guys go to either Harbor Freight or Amazon. I'll go ahead and show you guys some examples here of the air compressor, and there's different size tanks and stuff like that you could go ahead and purchase. But for the sake of the video, we're using the 4 gallon. I did have a rigid orange air compressor with 2 tanks, and I believe that one was like 4.5, maybe even 5 gallons, and I can't remember. But the prices on those skyrocketed, you guys. They're like $500-600 right now, and I just didn't see it being reasonable for me to go ahead and purchase it. So now that we talked about the compressor, if you have the compressor, that's the majority of what you need, right? So you have the compressor. Now we're going to talk about the hose and how to connect everything and stuff like that. Typically, most compressors might come with 2 attachments right there, maybe even 1. Just depends on what size compressor you have. This right here is supposed to be a cap that you can loosen and turn and stuff like that to remove the pressure. But for this compressor here, I think it broke off. It's not there anymore, so it's all good. Right here at the bottom, you guys, you see this little nozzle right here is where you'll be able to release the pressure from the air compressor itself, and also up here. So just to give you a little background and stuff like that. Now the hose, right? This hose I bought separately, right? I bought this through Amazon, and the reason why I bought it separately was because we needed a long hose to be able to drag all the way to the back here. You guys can see this right here is the same hose, and that hose connects to our reel. So it's pretty simple. Just buy that hose, connect that hose to your compressor, and connect this hose right there, right? You can either put it on that first one or the second one. Is not going to make too much of a difference. Just connect it so that way that air can flow through that hose, right? And that hose is going to connect to your other hose or other reel. So we're going to go ahead and walk over there and show you what's going on over there. People might be scared and might see this as something that's scary or hard to function, but honestly, it's just plug and play. Make sure everything is tight and you'll be good to go. So we bought this reel right here on Amazon. I believe this reel was actually under $100, right? So it actually came with this black hose, and honestly, it just came with this blue reel and the black hose, so we're able to retract it and stuff like that. As you guys saw, right, this hose is connected to the air compressor, and from the air compressor, it's connected to the reel. So now we have air now going through this hose as well, which is what we essentially use to detail cars, right? So pretty simple, pretty straightforward. This reel, like I said, we bought it for less than $100. And again, excuse the mess, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up right now. But just to give you guys a quick overview on how the compressor works, you guys, it's pretty simple. I mean, it doesn't get much simpler than that. You buy the reel, and if you can, buy the reel with the hose, right? You buy the tornador, which I'll have all the links down below for you guys to go ahead and purchase. And then you buy this compressor hose right there, which will link to the actual compressor itself, which is right here. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Of course, you want to plug this in because this is electrical. So you plug this in, and then you come over here and plug in to your actual reel, right? And then you connect your tornador gun here, and then you have air as you turn it on and let it fill up, right? Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I'd be asking Mendez, is this something that I need in the beginning? And honestly, I'm gonna say, no, you do not need this, right? It does make a huge difference, you guys. It does, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's made like a 50% decrease in time when we're detailing, when we're vacuuming. It's just an amazing tool. But as you guys know, I started off detailing out of my car and I didn't have an air compressor. So I had to really just vacuum and use the drill brush and drill brush attachments to remove all that junk and dirt off the carpets in the beginning. But now with the air compressor, our time is just cut in half. So do you need something like this in the beginning? No, absolutely not. You could get the job done without it, but it will increase your efficiency and it will make you more money because you'll be wasting less time on details. So hopefully this cleared out a lot of your questions. If you want to see any more of like the setup and stuff like that, make sure you guys comment down below for me to see that there's a demand for it, and then I'll make you guys the video on that. Like I said, I gotta get this cleaned up and organized. I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. And yeah, appreciate you guys. Stay tuned for more videos. Hustle never settle. Mendez Mode Detailing out, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Let's go.